Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review the latest film, Rambo Last Blood, which is the latest installment in the Rambo franchise. And this one tells the story of, Rambo. He's at his ranch, he's living the low life, he's helping raise his niece until one day something personal happens to Rambo and he gets vengeance. And it was pretty badass. I really had a good time watching this film. This is the type of film where if you're a Rambo fan, you'll enjoy it. You'll have a good time. If you're that type of person that don't really like Rambo and is not a big fan of big violence and gruesome and brutality, you're not gonna like this film. This is this type of film where you just sit back, you relax, get some popcorn, and you just root for the hero because my man's Rambo go through a lot in this film. The first half of this film is just the bad guys just like doing bad shit to Rambo, to his niece in this film, because that's part of the plot. He's helping raise his niece. He wants his niece to be a better person than him. So the first half of this film is just like bad shit happening to them. And the movie really wants you to feel sad for them, really feel sad for Rambo, really feel sad for the niece. Then the second half of the film happens, and that's when my man's Rambo gets his shit. He's like, all right, you messed with the wrong guy. And then the audience just feel for him. You're like, hell yeah, Rambo, like, let's get him, let's get revenge. And that might work with some fans. If you're, like I said, if you're a Rambo fan, you enjoy it. It's like that. It's like the fourth film of the Rambo movie where the first half of the film was just bad shit happening to people and then Rambo getting revenge. It's the same thing in this film. And I've heard some criticism saying, oh, they're making the villains stereotypical villains because the villains are, Mexican drug lords and stuff like that. But, me as a Hispanic, it didn't really bother me. I knew, this is just a Rambo film. So it didn't really bother me as much. So like I said, this is like a more guilty pleasure film. This is just a film where you just sit back, relax, don't think about the story because some of the story doesn't make sense, like the logic and stuff. This is just like an old-fashioned 80s beat 'em up film, revenge film. It's kind of like Taken, but Rambo style. And like I said, you're really just there for the last 15 minutes of the film because the last 15 minutes of this film is like, damn, like the whole audience was just like, ooh, and you're just rooting for Rambo because, like I said, the first half of this film is just the villains doing bad shit to them, and you're really feeling sorry for them. And in your head, like in my head, I was like, oh, I can't wait till fucking Rambo come and beat your shit. And that's what the second half is. So if I were you, if you're a Rambo fan, if you really enjoy these type of films, go ahead, go watch it. I really had a good time. But if you're not a Rambo guy, if you're not really into like, brutality and gruesome and violence, this is not the type of movie for you. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this film, and I think you guys will have a good time with it too. So that's my review of Rambo Last Blood. Thank you again for subscribing to this channel and watching my videos. This is, like I said, I love movies, and I'm still working on putting reviews out there. Like, there's a lot of films that I saw, like It Chapter 2 and Angel Has Fallen, and I haven't reviewed them because for my real job I'm an assistant pre-K teacher, so it's hard keeping up with the videos, but I'm gonna try my best. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support, for the feedback you guys have given me. It really means a lot to me, and I'm gonna do my best. So until next time, guys, thanks.